Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Today we will discuss interview scenario questions for machine test. If you are searching any job, then if you clear first round, like telephonic, if you clear first round on telephonic, then in most of the company call for second round like for machine test, so they can when you reach the office after that they provide us some scenario like you make like this, we need output like this. So we will discuss purchase order detail. So I have one form for machine test. This is the form. So we need to make this form. I zoom this form so that you can see clearly. Actually, I clear the first round on telephonic. After that, company uh, team leader or manager call me. You need to visit on office for second round, which will be on machine test. So when I visit that office, they after that they will provide this form me to make this for any framework like Windows based MVC, ASP.NET Core or ASP. So I'm given me time around 2 hours. I start around 11:15. 2 hour allotted time for me to complete this scenario. So first of all, I will explain what we need to do on this form. First we need to clear understand what we need to do in this form. Okay, let's start. This one actually is not clear. This one document number, it will be text box. Document date, it will be date format like picker date, calendar format. Vendor, it should be a drop down list, and it should be drop down list. When we select on any drop down list, select view value. After that, value correspondent name will be display here. Okay, like selected V001, then name appear is Ram Lal, correct? And one is comment is text box, text area, text box, remark, this one. Okay, this is the first scenario. And this second one, this is the grid view. Then we need to grid load like this, but this one first one is serial number. It should be appear after loading the page. Grid would be like this format, like serial number, item code, item name, unit, quantity, rate, amount. But on when the grid is loaded, when grid will be loaded, then only serial number is appear and item code. Item code item code will be drop down. We need to select item code I001 in first row, I002 in second row, I003 in third row, I004 in fourth row, etc. When and when the grid will be loaded, then only two column will be filled. One is serial number, another is item code. After that, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all column will be blank. It means no data appear for item name, unit, quantity, rate, and amount. And item code is a drop down, and quantity is a text box. Quantity is a text box. When after loading the grid, when when we select item code I001, then this correspondent column will be loaded. Like if we select I001, then next column item name will be appear or will be a visual, mobile like mobile, unit visual like number of unit, and quantity is the text box. So user able to enter the quantity like 2, 3, 4, and rate will be visible. And then if if user enter the quantity like 2, okay, then quantity multiply rate and result will be show in another column like amount. Okay, like 2 multiplied to 20,000 equal to 40,000. When user quantity enter 3 and 40,000, 1,20,000 amount. And also we need to total like quantity 2, 3 equal to 5 and amount equal to this. We need also quantity total and amount total. And when we select I002, then this correspondent all value will be appear like laptop, NOS, quantity will be empty, rate will be 40,000, amount will be empty. Then when we enter the entity like 3 multiply 40,000 equal to 1,20,000 amount will be appear after entering the quantity. Okay, so we need to total 2 and 3 equal to quantity this and amount this. And this is the second scenario. That when we click on save button, then all data will be saved in database. And when we click on delete button, then selected row will be deleted. Like if we select I001, then only delete the I001 column, then only one record will be deleted, not entire record. So I repeat one more times to understand the grid clarity. Okay. Hope first scenario will be clear, but repeat on second scenario. When page will be load, then grid will be blank. Only two column is showing the value like serial number and item code. Item code should be drop down list. We can select anyone. And quantity, name, unit, quantity, rate, amount, all column will be blank. When we select the drop down, then if we select I001, then first row only first row will be loaded, and only first row will be loaded, and quantity will be still blank because quantity column is the text box. We need to enter the data. And second, if we select the second I002, then second complete row will be loaded, fill the value or visual the value, and then we enter the quantity in like number 3, 3 multiply quantity multiply rate equal to 1,20,000 in amount, and also like 20,000, 4,000 equal to 1,60,000, 40,000. So 60, then 60,000. We need total amount and total quantity. Then click on save, all data will be saved. Okay, I think it's clear. So we need to move the coding part. Okay, so we minimize this. And I explain also database table. Okay, there are four tables we have. One is this one, two table is this, and two table is this. Okay, two table is master table. This one, master table, and this one is without master table. So we can store the data on two table. Okay, this one the master table. We cannot modify any changes on that table. So this is the example. You can design the table as per our column, as per our scenario. I just sample whatever they provide me. I just design according to me. So I need to explain all these things. Okay. First of all, I will explain database. Okay. Shit. Okay. You need to access the table. Okay. First we need to access the table. So one table is this one, document detail and item master, vendor detail and vendor master. Okay. So we have four table. Okay. Here is it start form. Okay. This one is four tables. So we select one by one. Okay. Master table, which is master table. Two is the master table and two is the normal table. Okay. First of all, we need to check normal table. This one. We need to store data on this table, and both are the master table. Master table is this one. Okay. This is the master table. Like vendor master, vendor master. One is table vendor master, and second is item master. Okay. Item master code, item master table to load the grid, to fill the grid, this one, this scenario, and vendor master table to use the bind the drop down this vendor detail. Okay. So I will show you design of these tables. Okay. Like vendor master. This one design part is the design v code v name. Okay. Design and detail master, item master. You can pause the video and note down our column, table name, column name, and data type. This is the item master design. Okay. And primary key. And third is vendor detail. This is in vendor detail we can store the data. Vendor detail tables. Remark, created date, comment, vendor date, name, number. Okay. And document detail. Need to store all these things. This one. I, item code, item name, unit, rate, quantity, total, created date. We need to store all data. In this table, when you click on save button, then all grid data and this data both are inserted into two tables. Okay, so I just cancel this. So first of all, move to coding part and design the. Today in this video we will design only HTML design and load the grid. So next lecture we can explain all these things. Actually, I have already designed this project and fully not completed. So I just run this project and how much I have completed of that I will explain today only functionality. And in this is the part 1 lecture, and in part 2 lectures I can explain all step by step step by steps and coding part. Project is running, it will take a time. After that, we will discuss all these things. So I just need all these, how much data, all these data, okay? So we remove master data because we cannot delete any master detail, okay? So we just remove two tables. Now these things, this one, so we delete all data from this both table. After that, okay, project is successfully loaded and runnable. So let's output is began. So this this is the text box, like we can compare like our this is the text box, and second is date time. It's date time. You can select today date, the one number S0012 date, and we just compare 3 second. Vendor is a drop down and selected name. Vendor is a drop down, we can select any name like 11V001 and name is visible. We can compare this, name is visible, and component remark. Okay, component remark is test test remark est remark test. Okay, this one first is completed, we move to second grid. On grid, like serial number is already loaded and item code also loaded. Okay, and when we select like you select when we select on 1001, then 1001, and then name, unit, quantity, rate, amount will be visible, but only quantity is 0, amount is this, rate is this, amount is this. Then if we enter the quantity is 2 and press enter, I think it's putting on breakpoint. So it's taking a time. Okay, if we put like 2 multiply 25,000 equal to 50,000, amount is 50,000, total is 2. We select I002, then second column, second row will be loaded, mobile, Samsung, and we put 3, put on 3 into 15, 15 into 3, 45,000, 45,000, and all these things. Total will be 5, and grand total is this one. If we select, we can select 3, and third row will be loaded. We put on 3 or 2, then 2 multiplying 1990 equal to 3980, and if we put on E004 I code and data will be loaded if you put on 5. Okay, 5, sorry, 4 into 2, 8,000. So as per requirement, it's working perfectly. Like this total is 5, grand total is this, and our product is total quantity is 11. If you can add all these things, you will get the total 11, 2, 2 to 4, 4, 4, 8, 8, 3, 11. This is 11, and all this amount is 1 lakh 6,980. Okay. As per form design, we are working on perfectly. Okay. We have designed as per form requirement. But but when I write this, when I make this code on that office where I went to for interview for second round on machine test, it allotted time for 2 hours. And on that time, I was able to complete around 90%, but not fully 100%. So I make this video. All of you who are watching this, make the fully practice. And if you need source code, please mention and comment your email ID so that I can share source code for which requires, so I can share my source code so that you can improve your learning, your understanding, your coding part when you went for a machine test or any interview, so that you can easily get or clear all these things. Okay, we have loaded all these things. We can click on save button. Okay, actually I have taken a put in breakpoint, so just pressing on F5 to reload to move forward, and we will check the database tables. Okay. Okay, you can see that like database table all entry exist previous. You can see today date is 16, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is 16 date. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4 columns which you insert like grid, this one, and this area is like this one. So we can understand, like if we put the document number, document details, document detail is inserted into vendor detail, and grid item detail, all column will be inserted into document item details. So it's working as per expected. In the next lecture or second tutorial, I will explain how I have implemented all these functionality and coding part. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe my channel for next or latest update.